Welcome back to the Ultimate Wolf. As you can see, I'm reviewing the Transformers Legacy Evolution MetalHawk. Yes, I know I'm doing a late stream. I was doing other things. I also had to get defer the backdrop as much as I can and to readjust the backdrop. So I'll fix it later. Because I was kind of just in a rush to get live before I got too late. But yeah, anyways. Here is the box for Legacy Evolution MetalHawk. Who's a character from Transformers Super God Master Force. There was a Titans Return version of him that wasn't show accurate. This version is more show accurate. As you can see in front, it's open window, so you can put your fingers in there. Kids can get their fingers on the figure, make the figure dirty. I don't know. You can see a nice image of his alt mode if you have the Kingdom Cyclonus. MetalHawk is a heavy retool of that. Transformers Legacy Evolution, Transformers, Autobot Symbol, Generations, Takara Tommy's up here. Ages 8 and up right there, MetalHawk, Autobot Symbol, Voyager Class, plastic free packaging. Tonight I'll be doing gaming, and next week I'll be back to 4 days schedule. Here, this is the Evolution box art. See, like the Nemesis, which we already know, Commander Glass Prime from the Model Universe, which we already know about. The breakdown from what it looks like. Yeah, there's breakdown. There's Lao Convoy. There's Needle Nose, and above him is his Target Masters. Crosscut, the Dinobots, Class Swoop. There's the Junkions, which yes, you can combine them up. And if you have the Decepticon one, you can put them both together so you get a full little picture. Packet box, let me show you later. MetalHawk base right there. MetalHawk robot mode. Bottom. Scan that QR code, it will just take you like to its bio. Right there, and you get a face on the scan. Transformers like a solution. Like more than meets the eye. It's evil fusion, it's just his guns. MetalHawk, you see raw engine mode. It's an easy transformation. That's it for the box. Obviously, you do get 2 things in the box to get this little warning paper. Instructions, they're easy to follow. Or say if you have the games like those, you're basically gonna know what you're doing. Alexa, turn on lights.
Okay.
There, just to give it more light in the room, which I know that really won't affect. But yeah, you can have MetalHawk sword on his back. Guns right there. Guns, and then his transformation. I'll go over everything. And there's all of that, the rest of the transformation. It's an easy transformation. Alright, so let's look at the weapons, and then I'll bring out MetalHawk. Like I mentioned, he is a character from Transformers Super God Master Force, Autobot Pretender. Alright, so here is MetalHawk's weapons. You cannot see them, because it's way below, it's way down here. Sword, it's just done in gray plastic. You can see the hose right there. I know Twix has a Sevrum, might pick it up by not, mostly by the end of the video, I think. See the blade? It is so accurate, but obviously it's done in multiple colors. So you can see a peg right there, and 2 little clips. These are for all mode, robot mode. You can see his guns. They're opposites, so you get one from the left. Sorry, it's opposite for me. So you get one for the right, one for the left. They can merge together, so you can get the dual blaster. And they also can store in alt mode. You can leave them on in robot mode on any of the 5mm parts. You got the 2 handles, but yes, this is the show. because you could see that was show accurate where you combine the guns. So there's that. And now here is the figure we're looking at, MetalHawk. Yeah, this is the figure. If you can't tell, I am joking. Being sarcastic. You'll see what I mean if you know what I mean. So yeah, here's the figure as it falls over. Classic Hawk. Hawk, or should I say MetalHawk? Alright, yes, I know this is the Power of the Primes Vector Prime shell. Because in the show, you would see MetalHawk. Well, he was in the first episode. You would see a human called Hawk. He reveals his name to be MetalHawk. So then he would say, "Suit on," and then you would see him in a suit, and then he would yell, "Pretender," and then do that. So once he says, "Suit on," because he would say "suit on," then he would be in that Pretender shell. So like this, because this shell, well, this is the MetalHawk shell from the Power Primes, and that's the Vector Prime little headmaster. But this would be his suit on form, which is show accurate. But granted, this was released in Power Primes, which was what, 2018, 2019. But that was when he said his suit on form. But once he yelled Pretender, he looked like that. So from a human in disguise to that little suit of armor to this. That's the true MetalHawk form, because he's a Pretender. Granted, the other Pretender Autobots would do the same thing. They would be in their human forms. They would say, "Suit on," and then Pretender, and yell Pretender from that form, and then they would transform. Then you would see their robot forms. So he just looked like he's leaning to the left a little bit angle. So I was just trying to fix that. But yes, if you do have the Kingdom Cyclonus mold, he's more straight. If you do have the Kingdom Cyclonus mold, it's a heavy remold. He's a heavy remold of the Cyclonus from Kingdom. I don't have that figure already. Talk about the differences. But the wings are in different molds. The feet are the same. Arms are the same, but the chest and the cockpit transformation is different. It's not going to be the same transformation from Cyclonus. But here he is from the front. You can see the gold, the yellowish, the blue, and the grays, the red, and the silver. There he is from the side. He is clean. There he is from the back. Which it's clean. Granted, I did not know he was gonna fall when I did that. Granted, obviously you have the wings back here and then the side ones, but I believe those were show accurate to his animation. Accurate. This bit right here on the back, that's not show accurate, but at least they made it pretty much show accurate. The chest is super accurate with all that nice detail. I'll get a close up of the detail, and I'll do articulation after that. I'll do articulation after comparisons. Here is his head sculpt. See the silver face, blue greenish eyes, light blue eyes. See like the little vents. Right there, chest. Red, you can see all nice molded details. There's the arms, there's the fins, or the wings. And then there's the legs. There's the fins. You can see 5 million reports. That's that. I'll do the weapons after I do articulation. Let's get into quick comparisons. Here he is with the quote-unquote human form. from the shell because you didn't really see this, but I'm just showing you. So you can see he's right there if you want to set scale. There he is in his shell form. Right there, so you can see a little bit bigger, and then, yeah, you can see his final form. Alright, here he is with the power of the Prime Stretching. One of the Decepticon Godmasters from the show that he was in. So you can see how he scales with the current Voyager to a previous Deluxe from a few years ago. Here he is with Titans Returns Overlord. You did see Overlord in the show. This is the old leader class, which I liked better, much more than our current form of the current state of leader class. And here he is with our current leader class, Earthrise, Double Dealer. Yes, I do know I didn't show Double Dealer when I did the Black Zarek and Devil's Black Raichu review. He was in the back of the shelf. I just didn't feel like transforming him before the review. Or when I did the, that little teaser of the Black Zarek before the Black Zarek review. But, yes, there he is with Double Dealer in his Autobot form. Saying that because if we don't know, Double Dealer is also a Decepticon and has his alt mode, which is neutral. There's MetalHawk. Let's go into his articulation. Head can rotate side to side or take a full 360. Due to that joint, you can look back, forward that bit, so you get a little rock. Arms, full 360, no issues there. They can go out, no issues there. Elbow bend, no issues there. Full 360 because these bits will get locked away, but you can almost move it out of the way. Okay, no, all right. Waist rotation, full 360, no issues there. Hips can go that far forward, no issues there. I'll talk about the hips. Well, his legs can go that far in that back. I'll talk about his leg joints when we get to them. Thigh rotation, full 360, no issues there. Oh, and yes, he can do the splits. He can MetalHawk doing the splits. Okay, so due to the joint in his legs, you can extend the legs to get him even more higher. Or you can also collapse them, but I just personally bring it where it's even, straight, when it's straight, so that way it gives him a little bit more. And it kind of thoops in. Sorry, you don't really see a gap. Yeah, feet, you see he's a full knee bend. But if you grab that panel, then that brings it in. Feet can go that far out for rocker, and then if you do that, then you get more out. You can get more ankle tilt, and it can go that far back. For now. But its transformation really moved further back. I'm also trying not to yawn in the mic. It's just been a very long day now to be up kind of early. There I did comparisons, I just did articulation. Now let's show how he can use his weapons. you're wondering how he hits the ram, there's a 5mm port on the back. Sword blade, sword tip. Goes right there. Holds in. It's more of a square peg. Um, but yeah, if you want, you can put any other weapons on the 5mm ports. It's more of a rectangle kind of peg. Well, the port on the back is square. Like here, you can see it. Oh, right there, so you can see it's more. It's that instead of a 5mm port. It's fine. And obviously these tabs are for alt mode. All right, I'll quickly pose them up, but you can have the sword right there. And it's about to slice. And you can pose them up. And before I forgot, yes, the wrists are tight, but you can rotate them. And due to transformation, they can bend in. They do lock in, so. You can hold the guns in dual wielded style. Dual wielded style. Dual wielded style. Sorry, I just didn't think that that one didn't go in. That's why I kept saying, that's this one who pops out. Come on, MetalHawk. There, so you can get MetalHawk dual wielding the gun, which I believe he did. You kind of do similar to that pose, or as the first song I did, or Jazz did in the movie. But there's that. So yes, you can peg the guns in just to line them up, and you can hold the dual wielded gun like it shows on the back of the box. And since you have a free hand, you can put the sword in that hand. It's supposed to be with the hose pointing forward. So yeah, I'll quickly pose them up. And yeah, you can use that joint, that leg joint, to get more articulation. So you just gotta remember that will leave a little gap. But as you can see, MetalHawk is, come on MetalHawk, is won't fall over. Let me just collapse this leg in more and bring that out. But there you can see he's stable, like he's almost running towards you. Toward you. And yes, the guns are blast effect compatible. I do give him the Victory Sabers blast effects as I drop one of them, but yes, these are the blast effects from the HasLab Victory Saber, which I did a review on earlier last month. Oh, MetalHawk. Stand. Hey, him. As right as he fell, the both blast effects aimed to hit me in the stomach, but all again. Let me adjust his leg so he can be more stable. No, MetalHawk, why are you falling over? There, well, he's back up in a pose. I'm just going to put the blast effects on. There you go. So you can have him pose and ready for battle. I'll just say this. It's kind of a spoiler. There's one scene in the Rise of the Beast movie that is a little nod or callback, as you will say, to Super God Master Horse. But granted, I won't say what it is because it's a spoiler. Alright, so now let's work on transforming him MetalHawk. I'll get the comparisons quickly transformed, and then I'll transform MetalHawk back into his jet mode. So I'm gonna quickly just transform them. But yes, there is a scene in the new Rise of the Beast movie, which I have seen, that is like a little callback to Master Force. Also, yes, if you want, you can have him holding the Pretender version of himself in his hands, but I'm not. You didn't really see that in the show. When Super God Master Force. Master Force. And just quickly transforming the comparisons. Should MetalHawk does stand with my Autobots, with my TF Victory Autobots, because I have nowhere else to put him. Granted, that's more my kind of my Japanese Autobot shelf. But MetalHawk I did pick up at Walmart before my birthday. So, with the Studio Series Bumblebee movie RC. I'll mention Studio Series after at the end of the review when you will see the Studio Series reviews, because I got an update on that part. But I'll mention when Studio Series reviews will be happening. Okay. Let me just flip these bits down, and then he's done, and then I can move to one more. I'll only do 2 jet comparisons just to make it easier and quick, since it's kind of late in the morning. For me, it's almost 1 a.m. I didn't realize it would be that late. Hey, Adam. Hey, Adam, how are you? At least you made it to the stream. I'm just transforming the comparison for alt mode, because I'm going to transform him into his alt mode. Stay away from my bits. Dude, Adam, you missed what happened. You missed what happened. You missed what happened. But yeah, you missed what happened. You're not going to ask what happened? Okay, then I won't tell you. But yeah, you missed something that happened. On the stream, but before you joined, when I was posing at MetalHawk. You want to know what happened? Oh, I just saw your comment. What happened? So, I was posing at MetalHawk, and he fell over with the blast of X2 on the gun, like how they are now. He fell over, and the blast of X hit me right in the chest when they fell over, and then they fell off. When I was posing him, he was off balance, and then he fell over, and his blast effects both hit my chest. You just had to see it to be. You just had to be there to see what happened. But granted, you didn't. Well, you just saw the figure fell over. Hey, they're soft plastic, so yeah. But and then they eventually fell on the ground after they did that. And it wasn't painful, so I would be in pain. Well, my chest would be in pain. You do not want chest pain. There, that one's done. Let me just. But lucky it wasn't painful. But yeah, I'm just transforming this one figure back into his jet mode, and then I'll transform MetalHawk into his jet form. But yeah, there's the soft plastic type. How are you doing? Strong like a bull. There you go. There you go. Oh, hey, maybe strong like the wolf because I'm the ultimate wolf. Alright, there, he just balanced himself out. Oh yeah, but maybe strong like the wolf since I'm the ultimate wolf. I don't need that. And yes, you can put MetalHawk on the flight stand, but I'll save that for alt mode. Alt mode. Okay, now let's transform MetalHawk into his alt mode. Like I mentioned, he's a remold of the Kingdom Cyclonus. Alright, so just remove the weapons. Lucky I removed the blast effects before they hit the chest, but that's fine. Split the guns. Basically, just stand him back up if you haven't posed. If you don't, then just give me a sec. Wolf or wool? Wool or wolf? What? Wolf. WOLF. The ultimate wolf. Strong like a wolf. Oh my god. You know, like hungry like the wolf, you know? The second one. Wolf. Wolf. I hit the wrong one. I'm actually hitting. There we go. I was saying wolf, it just sounds like wolf. I hear it now. But I was saying that because, like, strong like the wolf. You know, like, you're hungry like the wolf. But yes, I can quickly chat if I type in the chat if I need to. Barf. Oh, very funny, Adam. Very funny. Alright, let's transform MetalHawk into his jet mode. And it's a pretty clean jet mode. And yes, he is flight sim compatible. And yes, Adam, I did defer the backdrop as much as I can. Plus, I'll say this, a bunch of the fur is off to the side, out frame, so. Because I know you don't like the fur. From the dog. And yes, the weapons can store in alt mode, but the guns especially do store. So we're going to work on the arms, and then we'll work on the other bits. Alright, so flip in the hands. So you're just going to untap, flip them in. Right there, that will fill in that gap. You do want them straight, I'm just showing you for the transformation. Flip in. If you have the Kingdom Cyclonus, it's pretty much the same. I don't know if it's the same. I'm not sure. I don't have that figure. So you want to unextend the wing all the way, and that will peg into the arm and that slot into that tab. You just align it up, and that side is done. So you can see the wing is out. So do the same thing on the opposite. Bring back, flip forward, flip in, flip forward, tab that in. It's nice and tight. Well, you don't have to make sure it's nice and tight, but there. So you can see his wings are right there. We're just gonna bring them out for the next step. So you can see that's the first few steps. And we're gonna start quickly and do have the instructions. So we're gonna open up his chest. Let me just double check one thing. And then we can do that. Okay. I was just double checking with the instructions, but yeah, you want to open up the chest. Which you see that's the jet mode cockpit. You want to open up the back. Once you bring these arms back and hinge them back. Rolling it down. Same thing, this will rotate, but you don't want to rotate it yet. Because we're still going to work on the other bits. Bring that kind of forward. Want to pull this back. There. That untabbed. So there you can see that is like that. Okay, so now you want to rotate his head around. Well, the joint around, and that will reveal the cockpit. Yes, metal. Metal. Alright, now you can close up the chest. Tab that in. Nope. Be firm. There you go. Because there is a little notch on the cockpit. This tab, you want to make sure that's straight, because that will, so that way it will just sit right there. And right there. So that way it looks like that. Bring these down there. Let's bring these back. So just bring up the chest. That's the front of it. The arms will stay up. We're going to bring them down in a minute. Yeah, because we're going to bring them down pretty much when we're all done. Okay, so now here, all over the camera. Okay, you want to open up these panels. You want to open up these panels right here. Both sides. Sides right there. Too bad. Yeah. But remember, they're their own designs. This is a Japanese spot. So bring down. So you can see the feet will just sit right there. And you close these back up. Yeah, hide it away. Hide away. And now you want to collapse the leg in. Right there, just press it forward. So you can see it's collapsed on one side. Collapse that in. You just gotta get that collapsed in. Like so. And then now once they're collapsed in, tab them together with that tab in the middle. There, so it looks something like that. You just want to rotate this bit around, and you see there with this tab, that will go into that slot. You just gotta get it lined up, and boom. Boom. Granted, he doesn't have landing gear, so. Okay, so now bring these down. Right there, they will stab in, and then there's these slots. Well, spaces right there. This space will go onto this slot. And tab, and for both sides, which is the hardest step, which I'm surprised I got that done easily. And that's not his jet mode. Well, that's his jet mode, but that's where the instructions stop. So that's his jet mode. Granted, I'll take a look at the jet mode in a sec. Well, here we go. Oh, look. you can see it's missing its back fins right here. There's spaces. There's these slots and there's a port, but it's just the slots. There's the thrusters. There's the cockpit. There's that. See, it's big. Alright, let's finish the jet mode up. Because you didn't see the jet mode like that. Granted, his sword wasn't there, but you can. There's the 2 slots on that sword. Hold on. Hold on. He's not done. He's not done. Sword can go right here. There's the slots on the gun. Just put him on both sides. Just align them. Once you get them aligned up, they'll just push in and they'll hold in. So that way it gives him the thruster. You can see it will give him more of the. We'll give him 2 more fins for up and down for more stability. And this is more, remember, it's a Cybertronian jet. This wasn't based on the Earth jet, which the Seekers were based on F-22 Raptors. Well, Starscream was, and then there's the others. But that's MetalHawk done. He does not have a landing gear. There's the underneath of it. It's just his chest, but that's his done. Him done. I'm done. I was just putting the instructions away. Hold my way. That's him done. Well, here's the it's literally I just showed you it, but there you get the sword, you get the wings. Good. Cockpit, you can see it's pretty much some of the same details that we saw in robot mode. But the cockpit is new. And here's the undercarriage. You can see the thighs and the chest, and that's all. You can see the joints, but granted, if you don't know this is Transformer, then you would think it's just the actual MetalHawk jet. But there's that. I'll do quick comparisons and I'll show the flight stand. What I mean. So here he is with the Dreadwing. Also from Super God Master Force, who's a Deluxe versus a Voyager. Sure, that old Deluxe versus a current Voyager. Yeah, you can see how much bigger he is. Granted, he was based on the Combine or Skydive mold. I do have Skydive, but he's in Combine mode. And here he is with Titan's Returns Overlord. Yeah, granted, this is a Leader versus a Voyager, but he's almost the same length of him. And they were in the same show together. Same with Double Dealer, but Double Dealer, I'm not going to put him back into its bird mode, just to save time. When that one wasn't fully typed in. Alright, there's that. I do have a flight stand right here. So yes, he has a flight stand port, but it's hidden. So, in here, there. So, if we flip it underneath, it's going to be kind of hard to tell. I'm not talking about the crotch. There's a little port. It's going to be hard to see, but there's a port in there. That's the alt mode one. There is a robot mode one. The robot mode is hidden. If you're wondering what the robot mode one is, because that one's the alt mode flight stand peg. And here I'm just doing. That's where the robot mode one is. There, and then the one I showed you. That port right there, that's the alt mode one, but yeah, too. You can get the light stand in there. Just showing you in case you were wondering where the flight stand ports were. Granted, I don't really do the robot mode ports anymore. I just do alt mode ports. You just gotta feed it in there. You'll know when it gets in there. Well, you'll know. There, because you just gotta feed it in there and then make sure it's tapped in. And this is a Fext Hobby. It's the flight stand. Which I do have the 3 of them, but it's just Let me give you down that, but let me just bring it up a little higher. See, there's the jet mode. Granted, yeah, I could rearrange it up if you need to, and it does hold. Sure. Nope. Or you can have him flying down and shoot. Which, yeah, it's kind of an angle. Send me a flight stamp, please. Go look at vexhobby.com. I have this one. Well, this is the one I use for the Ghostbusters one. Well, two for the Ghostbusters one, because you can combine the flight stands and make a giant one. Or you can make a smaller one. You can, if you have a mount, you can mount this at the top of the base and then have this going down like that. Which I don't have a Vex Hobby base, or would not do that. And there's different types of flight stand. The Studio Series Soundwave. Sorry, the flight stand port came undone. Studio Series Soundwave from ROTF has its own flight stand, so there's that version that came with Hasbro. The blue one, which you got three, send me just one. I use all three. One for tracer, which you cannot see where I'm pointing. Here. If I look up on that shelf, right, I'm quickly showing you where. On that shelf, there's the orange one right there. She's on one of them. Over there on the crossover shelf, there's another one. Well, there's two. There's one I put both mounts on it to have the ghost hovering, and in the other room, that's where I have Starscream hovering. So all my flight stands are being used up at the moment, and also the Studio Series Soundwave is on its own. But there, that's the jet mode. It is a good figure. The articulation's good. It's pretty much screen accurate as they possibly could get. Yes, I knew you were joking. Yes, you can peg blast effects at the back of the jet mode to give it like he's flying away. Granted, here's this Victory Saber once again. And I do know Toy Hacks released a set. There's 4 pegs. I'm just gonna do 2. So you can get the effect. Granted, if I had 2 more, then I could have done that. So you can see you can put it in there, so you can just sploosh, fly away off screen, and then quickly transform into his robot mode, and then attack Khan's ass, and then or fly to another mission. I'm replaying on the flight stand. Granted, I don't display him in the flight stand. I just display him in robot mode. But there, so that way it looks like he's about to flying straight, or if I use the joint. That way you can get him like he's taking off. And there, that's a little different look at the figure. So there you can get him like he's taking off. Oh, there's that. It's a good figure. The joints are good. He has a waist joint, too. Like I said, it's a heavy remold of the Kingdom Cyclonus. It's a good figure. If you know the character from the show, then definitely pick him up. Probably shouldn't have been moving the figure on the flight stand, but yeah, if you know the character from the show, then definitely pick him up. It's a good figure. It's better than that Titan's Return one. But granted, that Titan's Return one wasn't set in a 5-pack, and you had to get you had to pay like $160 for all those figures. Those were just basically repaints and remolds. And I never got one of those packs, to be honest. But yeah, there's the Legacy Evolution MetalHawk. Alright, tomorrow night, tonight, Monday, I'll be doing Friday, I'll be doing gaming. which is, I believe, Snack Boy Big Adventure, which is tonight's game, and then that will be for however long that series will last. But yeah, Monday will be that, next Friday will be that, because now it's Friday morning at 1 a.m. Sorry, 1:20 a.m. my time. But but yeah, Tuesday I'll be doing Studio Series reviews. So, like one day will be one review days. One day will be the Studio Series reviews, and one day will be the Legacy reviews. So, but for Tuesday, I believe it's the Stinger. This is the first one I'm reviewing from the Studio Series, and then I believe it's Override or Blur. It's next week. Is next Thursday's review, so we'll see. But yeah, anyways, I've been the Ultimate Wolf. You can find the Ultimate Wolf on Twitch, the Ultimate Wolf on Instagram, the Ultimate Wolf on Discord. I will be having my next unboxing within maybe a few weeks. Some people might already know what it is, but granted, I might have thrown them off. Alright, anyways, I've been the Ultimate Wolf. This has been the Legacy Evolution MetalHawk review.